Okay, so do you think Floyd did that intentionally?
Yeah, for sure. Once you get around someone, you be looking up to these people so bad, and like once you get around, they don't be who they say who they portray to be. You be like, damn, it's damn near like it's a letdown.
Everybody see you and they say, all right, he has all of the money and he has to be extremely happy. But we know money don't always bring happiness.
Oh, absolutely not.
In a stunning turn of events, Gervonta Davis has publicly humiliated his former mentor, Floyd Mayweather, amid the former boxer's ongoing legal troubles, as Mayweather faces mounting scrutiny and legal battles, including being on the run from federal authorities. Davis has used this moment to assert his independence and challenge his former mentor's authority. Davis has made it clear that he no longer feels the need to play second fiddle to the boxing legend, even as Mayweather's financial and personal issues continue to spiral out of control.
Stuff like, how did he give you his first piece?
He gave me a Rolex. I think a plane. I didn't even know what Rolex was. He bought me a damn Cuban. That probably was like $100 grand.
Right.
He bought me a lot. He bought me a car. He got me in the house. He did a lot. He did a lot before I even was signed to him.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit, and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my fucking jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but when I'll show you, when I'll show up, I bring out the big boy, and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate him.
Gervonta Davis emerged as a promising talent under the guidance of Floyd Mayweather, who recognized Davis's potential and brought him into Mayweather Promotions. Under Mayweather's mentorship, Davis captured his first world title in 2017 by defeating Jose Pedraza, showcasing his knockout power and solidifying his status as a rising star in the sport. Mayweather's mentorship was instrumental in Davis's early career. He provided guidance, training, and promotional support, helping Davis navigate the professional boxing landscape. Under Mayweather's tutelage, Davis honed his skills and developed a formidable presence in the ring. Mayweather often spoke highly of Davis's abilities, referring to him as a future star in the sport. Despite early successes, tensions began to surface between the two. Davis expressed frustration over perceived attempts by Mayweather to control his career and limit his opportunities. In 2022, Davis parted ways with Mayweather Promotions, seeking greater autonomy and aligning with advisor Al Heyman. The split led to a series of public disputes. Davis accused Mayweather of undermining him, including barring him from training at Mayweather's gym. In a deleted tweet, Davis stated, "What? That Floyd's petty said I couldn't use his gym anymore. I don't give a f."
I remember first hearing an issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel, and he said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. You know, he basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you," you know? And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. You know, with that's what I was. For real? That's what I was told at the time. So
Davis has shared experiences from his early days with Floyd Mayweather, highlighting instances where Mayweather gifted him luxury items such as a $60,000 car and expensive jewelry even before formalizing their professional relationship. Davis recounted that during the summer prior to signing with Mayweather Promotions, he was already immersed in Mayweather's lavish lifestyle, enjoying rides on boats and receiving high-end gifts.
Stuff like, how did he give you his first piece?
He gave me a Rolex. I think a plane. I didn't even know what Rolex was. He bought me a damn Cuban. That probably was like $100 grand.
Right.
He bought me a lot. He bought me a car. He got me in the house. He did a lot. He did a lot before I even was signed to him.
Mayweather's penchant for flaunting his wealth remains unabated as he approaches 50. His social media is replete with images and videos showcasing designer attire, private jets, and substantial cash stacks. While these displays affirm his financial success, critics argue that such ostentatiousness may be a double-edged sword, potentially leading to financial pitfalls. Despite amassing over $1.1 billion during his boxing career, estimates of Mayweather's net worth vary. Some sources suggest it's around $500 million, while others claim it's closer to $1.2 billion. This discrepancy raises questions about the sustainability of his lavish lifestyle. Mayweather's extravagant spending habits have been well documented. Reports indicate he spends significant amounts on luxury items, including a $60 million private jet. Such expenditures, while indicative of his wealth, also highlight concerns about long-term financial planning. These gestures, while generous, also underscore Mayweather's penchant for extravagant spending, often without clear consideration of the financial implications. Such behavior has raised concerns about his financial judgment. Despite earning a hefty amount of money during his boxing career, Mayweather has faced financial scrutiny, including unresolved tax issues and questions about the legitimacy of his real estate investments. His continued participation in exhibition matches has led some to speculate that these are motivated more by financial necessity than personal enjoyment.
It kind of, think it's a red flag when you're 50 years old and feel like almost 50 and still gotta flex on social media. But, people on social media do what they do best, especially black people, try to tear each other down. So people start researching, Angelique started researching, and they found out that Floyd was capping. Now, Floyd is part of like some type of ownership group that got a part of it. Then you got 50.
In a widely circulated video, Floyd Mayweather is seen arranging bundles of cash across a table, treating it like a lavish display. He holds up wads of $100 bills, presenting them as symbols of his success. While such displays are emblematic of Mayweather's persona, they also prompt discussions about the psychology behind overt demonstrations of wealth.
Money made all day. Right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20. Benjamin Franklin right here. Money made all day. We in the bank, doing what we do best, counting money.
Psychologists suggest that flaunting wealth can sometimes stem from a need for validation or to assert one's status. This behavior, often termed conspicuous consumption, involves showcasing material possessions to signal social standing and success. Such displays can be driven by underlying insecurities or a desire for external approval. Contrastingly, many individuals with substantial wealth opt for discretion, believing that true financial security doesn't require public affirmation. They argue that genuine wealth is reflected in stability and confidence, not in the need to constantly prove one's affluence to others.
Money made all day. Right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20. Benjamin Franklin right here. Money made all day. We in the bank, doing what we do best, counting money.
Mayweather's penchant for grandiosity extends beyond personal gifts. His arrival in Mexico City ahead of his exhibition rematch against John Gotti III was marked by an extravagant display, navigating the city streets in a bulletproof armored vehicle. This spectacle, while drawing significant attention, has been met with criticism from fans and commentators alike who question the necessity and intent behind such ostentatious displays. While Mayweather's actions can be seen as a continuation of his brand's flamboyant persona, they also highlight a deeper issue, a compulsive need to flaunt wealth regardless of the cost. Such behavior raises concerns about the sustainability of his financial practices and the message it sends about success and security. Davis has publicly shared experiences that suggest a sense of manipulation and control exerted by Mayweather. He recounted instances where he felt compelled to accept fights under pressure, even when he was unprepared or facing personal challenges. For example, Davis claimed that Mayweather forced him into a fight with Jose Pedraza, despite Davis being financially strained and recently evicted from his home. He stated, "I was in a lose-lose situation," highlighting the difficult position he felt he was placed in. The tension between them escalated further when Mayweather allegedly discovered that Davis had been communicating with his daughter, Yaya. This personal matter reportedly led to professional repercussions, with Davis feeling that Mayweather's actions were driven by personal vendettas rather than professional consideration. Moreover, Davis has suggested that Mayweather's lavish gifts, such as expensive cars and jewelry, were not purely acts of generosity but tools to assert control. These gestures, while seemingly benevolent, may have created a sense of obligation and dependency, complicating their professional relationship. The culmination of these issues led to a public and acrimonious split between the two. Davis has since pursued his career independently, seeking to establish his own identity separate from Mayweather's influence. This situation underscores the complexities that can arise in mentor-protégé relationships, especially when personal and professional boundaries become blurred.
What set you off that you was like, I gotta do that?
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the deal.
He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal.
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
Joe Rogan has expressed concerns about Floyd Mayweather's continued participation in exhibition boxing matches, suggesting that financial necessity may be a driving factor. On an episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, Rogan remarked, "He spends so much money. If he's playing for the future, you've got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends. He needs that money. The money's got to keep coming in if you're going to live like this. He's only 46. He does this with everything. He's got $1 million watches." Rogan's observations highlight the challenges athletes may face in managing substantial wealth post-retirement. Despite Mayweather's significant earnings during his boxing career, his lavish lifestyle requires continuous income to sustain. This perspective suggests that Mayweather's exhibition fights may not solely be for entertainment or legacy, but also a means to support his high-expense lifestyle.
Exhibition. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him, and he's doing it as an exhibition. It doesn't even hurt his record.
Because of the drug of boxing.
Just also like money.
Just like but I don't even think he don't need any money. He
spends so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any. Floyd,
are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd good.
I bet if he's playing for the future, you got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Yeah, but I think he has a lot of other business interests that he can get money from.
Hopefully.
And not just boxing. But it's the of getting Floyd still trains when even when he doesn't have a fight.
Mayweather's recent announcement of a $402 million real estate investment in New York City marks a notable shift in his financial strategy, potentially signaling a move toward long-term wealth preservation. The deal, which reportedly includes 62 multifamily buildings comprising over 1,000 units in Upper Manhattan, was shared by Mayweather on Instagram, where he emphasized owning the properties outright without partners. This investment could be interpreted as a response to critiques of Mayweather's lavish spending habits, suggesting a focus on more sustainable financial ventures. However, the legitimacy of the deal has been questioned. Reports indicate that property records do not reflect a transfer of ownership to Mayweather, and experts suggest he may have acquired only a minority stake with options for future expansion. While Mayweather's public statements portray this as a significant personal investment, the lack of clear documentation and transparency has led to skepticism. The situation underscores the importance of verifying such high-profile transactions and highlights the complexities involved in celebrity investments. If substantiated, this move could represent a strategic pivot for Mayweather, aligning with efforts to diversify his portfolio and secure financial stability beyond his boxing career. However, until more concrete evidence emerges, the true extent and nature of his involvement in this real estate venture remain uncertain.
It says the retired boxer has gone into contract to pay $402 million for a 1,000 unit affordable housing portfolio of more than 60 buildings. $402 million, Floyd got 60 buildings. The multifamily deal for properties concentrated in Upper Manhattan will be one of the city's biggest this year. A slice of the portfolio closed Wednesday. The remainder is expected to close in the fourth quarter or early 2025. That's dope. Floyd just spent $400 million and got 1,000 units and 60 buildings.
Mayweather's evolution from a celebrated boxer to a brand-centric businessman has been both strategic and controversial. While his undefeated record and defensive prowess solidified his legacy in the ring, his post-retirement activities have shifted focus toward financial ventures and exhibition matches. This perspective implies that Mayweather's financial decisions are driven more by necessity than choice. His lavish lifestyle, characterized by luxury cars, private jets, and extravagant purchases, requires substantial income to maintain. Consequently, his participation in exhibition fights may be less about passion for boxing and more about sustaining his opulent way of life. Critics argue that this approach undermines the integrity of the sport, turning it into a spectacle rather than a competition. However, supporters contend that Mayweather has earned the right to capitalize on his fame and skills as he sees fit. Regardless, the shift in Mayweather's focus from athletic excellence to financial ventures continues to spark debate among fans and commentators alike.
Floyd went from being like a really exciting pressure fighter and had a bunch of hand problems to like Money Mayweather, start talking just boxing people's faces off. No more hand problems, much more money.
Yeah, I love what he's doing too, beating up these YouTube guys.
It's crazy.
I love it.
It's so funny that these guys are willing to get beat up by him.
Well, I think they're all delusional.
In June 2021, Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul faced off in an exhibition match that drew significant attention and financial success. Despite generating substantial revenue, including over 1 million pay-per-view buys, disputes have arisen regarding payment. Logan Paul has publicly claimed that he has not received the full amount owed from the fight, alleging that several $1 million are missing. He expressed his frustration, stating, "I got paid, just not in full. A couple million that's somehow just missing." Floyd Mayweather has refuted these claims, dismissing Paul's allegations as bullshit and asserting that Paul has been fully compensated. Mayweather remarked, "We know he got paid. If he didn't get paid, he wouldn't be trying to get another payday." This disagreement has led to further complications. Logan Paul's brother, Jake Paul, has suggested that Mayweather's financial practices may be contributing to the issue, implying that Mayweather is withholding funds. Additionally, Showtime, the network involved in the event, has stated that it fulfilled its financial obligations to Mayweather Promotions, which was responsible for distributing payments to the fighters. The company clarified, "We have no knowledge of any payment issues between Mayweather Promotions and the fighters."
Jake, true or false, and why did Floyd Mayweather fully pay up Logan Paul for their fight?
I'm not God, but my spidey senses tell me nah.
I can guarantee me and Logan Paul, we can go out and make 100 million or more.
And so you think he didn't pay up just because he hasn't got the money?
I think he probably spent it on all the girls he pays to be around him.
Logan Paul reached out to us and said that he wanted to do another exhibition. Now this is the same guy that said he didn't get paid. If he did get paid, he wouldn't be trying to get another payday.
He had the audacity to tell the media that I asked for a rematch. Let me just set the record straight. If I haven't been paid for the first one, why would I ask you for a second fight knowing I'm probably also not going to get paid the money that I was owed for my work? Second off, they asked us for a rematch.
Floyd is broke, man. I've been saying it the whole entire time.
Oscar De La Hoya has openly criticized Floyd Mayweather's continued participation in exhibition boxing matches, suggesting that these bouts may be driven by financial necessity rather than a genuine passion for the sport. De La Hoya expressed concern that Mayweather's involvement in such events could tarnish his esteemed legacy, portraying him as a figure clinging to past glory rather than embracing retirement with dignity. In a candid message, De La Hoya urged Mayweather to prioritize his legacy over monetary gains, stating, "You have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. Put your legacy first." Oscar De La Hoya has openly advised Floyd Mayweather to retire from exhibition boxing, implying that his continued participation may stem more from financial need than a genuine love for the sport. De La Hoya expressed concern that these exhibition bouts could diminish Mayweather's legacy, portraying him as a fighter clinging to past glory rather than moving on with dignity. He emphasized that true greatness lies in knowing when to walk away, encouraging Floyd to protect the reputation he built over decades rather than risking it for short-term monetary gain and spectacle-driven fights.
Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're going to have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro.
Mayweather's insecurity is evident in his treatment of rising boxers like Gervonta Davis. Despite initially mentoring Davis, Mayweather has openly expressed doubt about his protégé's ability to become a pay-per-view star, casting a shadow over Davis's potential. Mayweather's public remarks questioning Davis's future success reflect a reluctance to see others rise above him, potentially stemming from his own fear of being overshadowed. This insecurity manifests in ways that strain their professional relationship and hinder the growth of those he once mentored. By undermining Davis's capabilities, Mayweather's behavior not only damages personal connections, but also tarnishes his own legacy. His reluctance to celebrate others' achievements highlights a deeper fear of losing his status in the sport, ultimately revealing how his own insecurities may play a larger role in his decisions and interactions with emerging talents. Davis has highlighted Mayweather's reluctance to see any fighter surpass his achievements. This ego-driven mindset not only stifles new talent, but also reflects a deep-seated insecurity. By attempting to keep others beneath him, Mayweather reveals a fragile self-esteem that no amount of wealth can mask. Such an approach is unsustainable and can lead to isolation both personally and professionally.
Mayweather set you up against Pedraza. Did you really think Pedraza was gonna beat you?
He didn't know how good I was and how I would have handled the situation, so he just threw me out there.
Why do you think
he was hurt? He was hurt. I mean, not even hurt. He was just bad. First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. Why the fuck would you say Terrence Crawford should fight Benavidez? That don't make no fucking sense. He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
Who's next in line? Just so you're next in line.
Is there like
The last question, guys.
Is there like a love-hate for like
yeah.
the fighter?
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest. But he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad. And
you're good, man.
And he because I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this, I'm that, and it just I don't know.
Do you believe Davis is right to step out of Mayweather's shadow, or is this a move driven by ego? Share your thoughts in the comments below.